Hey, what are you doing?
Oh, hey, how's it going? No, we're unloading another car. So let me get this puppy pulled out and we'll get to discussing it. All right, just follow me. Hey everybody, so we picked up a 535 IS E28. This puppy runs, but not very well. It is an automatic, but we can change that. It's been sitting for a while, it has some problems, but we'll show you what's going on with it and get a little build going, and we'll show you some things along the way. Stay tuned. .535 automatic, 188,000 miles. The dash, surprisingly, is crack free. It's been repainted at some point and not very well, but we can clean her up. Needs a bunch of things underneath the hood. Gotta put it on the lift and do a full inspection, but first things first, we're gonna go ahead and pressure wash it inside and out. Get it nice and clean so we have something to work with and we can see if we've got any leaks, which I'm sure we do. Sunroof looks like it needs an adjustment. Now that the car's been properly cleaned, we're gonna go ahead and get it on the lift and do an overall inspection on the car underneath. Once the inspection is done, we can begin to do all the mechanical repairs. All right, let's do a walkthrough. We're gonna go ahead and replace the rotors. We're gonna go ahead and replace the calipers and the pads. We're gonna upgrade them to the E34 M5 brake package, and that'll give us bigger brakes, better stopping power. Along with that, we're gonna replace the master cylinder to the 7 Series Master, which will give us better stopping power. On both sides here, we're gonna replace the control arms, all the tie rods, sway bar links. Moving along on the car, underneath, it looks pretty good. There's no rust to be found. There's no floor damage, which is very surprising. A lot of these cars do have floor damage because they've been picked up the wrong way or lifted up. The cat's been replaced at some point, but still looks intact, so we're gonna leave that alone for now. At the rear, we'll also upgrade the brakes, rotors, calipers, and pads. We're gonna go ahead and drop the subframe and replace the subframe bushings, the trailer arm bushings, and replace the dog bones right there. Upgrading also to the stainless steel brake lines. And in the engine compartment, we'll go ahead and do a full tune-up. So cap rotor, wires, and valve cover, and we'll do a valve adjustment. Let's get started. Okay, everybody, we got the rear subframe completely off the car. You can see these old bushings. You can see in here, all cracked right in there. And that's what happens. The subframe starts to sag down. And then when you're driving down the road, you get the side-to-side movement in the back wheels. And the subframe actually sits lower, so it's putting a lot of strain on your axles as well. So we'll go ahead and break all this apart and start replacing all the pieces. We'll go ahead and pull the struts and start cleaning things up. We went ahead and put the stainless steel braided lines on this connection here, just so we can put some old metal lines into it to prevent all the leaks. And we'll also go ahead and replace the fuel filter and move on down to the front. At the front, we've already removed the old spindles along with the knuckles, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna install a set of our coilovers, and the knuckles on the classic BMW era vehicles, we have to weld those knuckles. I actually got them pre-welded and ready to go. Here they are right here. So we'll be able to thread our coilovers here, put a new wheel bearing on it, and get it installed. All right, so we've done a lot of the mechanical work. Let me go and show you through the list, kind of go over everything that we've installed. We have the coilovers installed. Of course, they were welded. And here, let me swing around. There you go. And we have the bump steer correction plates installed as well. These came from AKG. We've gone ahead and replaced all of the arms. These are actually upgrades from the 8 series. So these are lighter because they're aluminum, and then there's some performance benefits with that as well. On the front, we have a brake upgrade, a factory brake upgrade. This is from the E34 M5. Fun fact, these are the same calipers as E36 M3. We've gone ahead and done a lot of the mechanical work, and we're getting ready to start the engine. And we're going to do an engine flush to flush it out and put all new fluids into the engine again with a new filter. We have our adjustable sway bar links here at the front as well. We've gone ahead and did the transmission service, and then notice that the transmission selector cable is very loose and about to come apart, and as I messed with it, it just broke. So we've gone ahead and got that ordered, so we'll replace that and we'll be able to do a test drive. On the exhaust, jump to that, we went ahead and cut the muffler off, left the resonator, left the cat, and just cut the muffler off, and it makes it sound fantastic. And so once we get this started, I'll go ahead and film that. You'll be able to see. At the back here, also have the brake upgrade. This is a factory brake upgrade. As I mentioned before, this came from the E34 540 or M5, and that bolts right in. You've got the rotors, which are now vented, and you got rebuilt calipers with all new pads. There was nothing wrong with the axles. We just cleaned them up and reconditioned the boots, and they're good as new. Coilovers are also installed at the back. We've got new sway bar bushings. We've replaced the subframe mount and trailer arm bushings and dug bones. We also welded in a caster and camber correction kit and added the stainless steel braided lines. The differential was fully cleaned up and all fluids and gasket was replaced. And then we also replaced the fuel filter, and we're pretty much mechanically sound now. We're gonna go ahead and get to the next stage. Oh yeah, and the tires got mounted onto the RS's. This is a staggered set, 7 and 8 wide. So that should look really good. cycling the key a few times because we replaced the fuel filter, so fuel needs to cycle into the system. Gonna have to work out some issues still, but all right, everybody, this is the first stage of the E28. It's all complete for now, and it's a driver's car now. What a transformation just from what it looked like to now. A lot of maintenance on the car, but also upgrades. The brakes, the coilovers, and the wheels made a huge difference. Still have some work to do, but already on the interior, went ahead and installed the steering wheel. This is a rewrapped leather, Napa leather, MTech 1 steering wheel. Need the brake pad there. Got to repair this guy here. It's missing some screws, and need to do some repairs here on the side, but it's coming along. Seats need some love. We already started replacing these seals here. They were pretty damaged before. Do you see this one? See how bad it is? And what happens in these cars is water gets in there and sits trapped here at the bottom of the doors and rots them out. So replacing these seals is critical, and they're not very expensive. They're about $40 a piece, so per door. Made a custom rear filler. I think it turned out nice. Got some more tweaking to do with it, and then probably release that as a product that somebody can buy for their E28. Got our shorty antenna in there. And yeah, a couple dents. We need to get our dent guy to come out and do that. Also, I meant to mention that we redid some of the exhaust. I think I showed it a little bit on it. Basically, we cut off the muffler to just give it a little romp. Sounds a little aggressive, but when you're driving on the freeway, you won't really even hear it. And here in the engine bay, we finished a lot of the work that we talked about. We also went ahead and put new underhood foam. This is available from BMW. And we also replaced the foam here at the front. Clearly, we need to do some detailing, but we wanted to get over the first stage of the work, which is all the dirty work and all the maintenance. And now it starts and runs really good. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this first step of the E28 build. And we'll go ahead and get some more parts in store and get this stuff ready. We do have plans to replace the bumpers and put on the Euro conversion, Euro bumpers and Euro valens, and get the Euro headlights on it. So look forward for that. In the meantime, thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Hopefully this was interesting for you, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.